us as the visitors pull into the building. A very determined group coming in here tonight. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. And tonight we've got the Clippers playing against the Lakers. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns. And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Howard. LeBron James is out there with Anthony Davis. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Green in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. Opening day, Chris, in your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
Two types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of the year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
Little chip on their shoulder, another.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
And James throws it down.
Man, you gotta love watching James Scott for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Pass to Leonard. And here is Zubac. James covering, and it's sent back by Howard.
Howard, one of the league's most feared rim protectors in the league.
Kept alive. A second chance effort. Good work defensively by Morris.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
George passes to Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to talk with Frank Vogel for just a minute. He said efficiency is a buzzword around the league, and that's Kawhi Leonard. He doesn't turn it over, doesn't take bad shots. He can give you 30 and never force a thing. Kevin, that doesn't sound like an easy assignment.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Green. Outside Rondo. LeBron right side. Howard kicks to Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. Tries from 16. LeBron, good. James has got his second bucket of the game to go.
LeBron taking what's offered from mid-range. Throughout his career, he's all about the best shot available.
Here's George. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Kicks it out to James. Back to Rondo. The pass to James. Here's Davis. And the rejection by Zubac. To the inside. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverly.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Rondo looking around. No good from LeBron.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion. And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands the scrutiny.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
Leonard hits them both.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The drive by James. It's stolen by Morris. And Leonard has it in the corner. He trains the quick shot. Leonard's got 6.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
And here's LeBron outside, but they recover it. Second chance shot. And it's Davis missing.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Leonard dishes to Beverly. Pass to George. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, he's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
Pass to Davis. Shot to stop the run over Morris. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
Platoon swap here for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And Dwell Pope, he's checked in for Danny Green. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Harrell. Here's Jackson. Here's Williams. And Epper's missing. Jackson against Waiters. Kuzma outside. Caldwell Pope finds McGee. Down low. Here's Waiters. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far. But, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address. But I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Well, like the Clippers of a year ago. They looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr.
Right.
Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to tell you what. I think that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
Good on the second free throw. And here's Jackson. He kicks to Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
The Lakers shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Here's Davis. Over Green. Got it from 16 feet. Davis has got his second bucket.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Jackson misses. So it's the Lakers now, trailing by 5. And stolen by Harrell. Jackson with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Jackson kicks to Harrell. There's 1:40 left to play in the first quarter. Baseline J on the way, and the basket is good.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
Offensive rebound. Davis draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket. Guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Now here's Williams. Right side Jackson. Outside Green. 6 on the shot clock. There's Shamet. And the 3 off target. There's 53 seconds left in the first. Raiders against Williams. Here's Davis. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Davis has got 9.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. There's Shamet. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Lead by 4.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Clippers with the ball. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up.
Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Waiters in at the 1 spot. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. Those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Chris, this was a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this, the best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody, move out the way. He finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
Now here's Waiters. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he knocks down Kawhi Leonard. He's checked in for Green. The Lakers also with a sub. James is checked in. And both free throws good for Davis.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Davis against Jackson. Now the pass to Leonard. He dishes it to Williams. Back to Leonard. Over Caldwell-Pope. A rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle. And it's McGee with the jam.
Well, that's just too easy for McGee. I mean, the minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
The Clippers shooting around 40% from the floor here. Here's Jackson. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. A shot by Williams, no good.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, not everyone has Steph Curry's shooting ability. I'd be surprised. I'd be hurt if he tries another one like that again.
And growing up, Chris, LeBron James always looked up to Michael Jordan, following in his footsteps. And like his idol, LeBron having success in the movies as well.
No one better to take that starring role. I mean, blockbusters, comedies. When his playing days are done, LeBron will continue to entertain.
And it's call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad shot selection, as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
For the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. The Lakers also making some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Waiters. Out to Morris. Shot clock at 2. And that's again.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Anthony Davis. Pass to Morris. And here's George for three. And he's good on the three ball. George has got 9.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Howard up on top. He's defended by Harrell. This one for 3. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Howard. LeBron's got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Inside. And it's Leonard missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Passes it to Rondo. Great D that time from Leonard. And the Clippers have possession. It's George on the wing. He's covered by Rondo. And George kicks to Beverly. George takes a 3. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Beverly.
And what confidence from Beverly, squaring himself up as the pass was coming his way. So he was ready to fire.
Rondo passes to Davis. Rebound by Harrell. So it's the Clippers now. And here's Leonard from 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. The Lakers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. James outside. Outside Rondo. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Over Beverly. Howard kicks to Davis. Tries again. Howard trying to free himself up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, easy call.
Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that 3, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Montrezl Harrell, and it's Green in for Leonard. The Lakers also with a sub. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Beverly again. Now here's Beverly, guarded closely. Good work there as it goes. Beverly's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And Kevin, when Beverly gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
Rondo kicks to Kuzma. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Lakers have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And the technical free throw is good.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances at the line this quarter.
Howard with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot clock at 6. In against Green. Green, no luck. The Clippers shooting 41% for the game. Got a piece of it. Morris passes to Beverly. Now Rondo. Lobbed up there for Howard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever, in the offense, get to the rim.
The Lakers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And the first one at the line is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. 1:19 left in the first half of basketball. Rondo against Beverly. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Kuzma. And the rejection by Zubac. Beverly against Davis. And here's Morris for 3. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Kuzma. It's hauled in by Beverly. The Clippers shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. And Chris, who started last season red hot. But Marcus Morris leveling off a bit as the season wore on.
Yeah, he had a big drop-off in his percentages, Kevin. Not the finish he'd hoped for in a contract year, but still, the last couple of seasons overall, the best numbers of his career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. The Lakers also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Davis. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Green.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
Waiters outside. 29 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Kuzma. Makes it off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 3.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
George against Caldwell-Pope. Now here is George. For the 3. It's not going to go for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers on top, up by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking out open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He ended up with 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. After a subpar performance in their previous test, he has come on strong tonight. His first half, sensational. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, they're shooting in the low 30s from downtown. That's not disastrous. That's terrible. But it's a big reason why they're not winning this game. They need to run harder up the picks, try to get more open looks, and then the shooters got to finish the job. Yak 'em.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Yeah, I mean, showing that tenacity both mentally and physically.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
That's how you play point forward. LeBron is one of the best ever at it.
Bounce pass from Beverley. Shoots a fader. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, the feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
Rondo against Beverley. Here's Davis. That's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 26 points for Davis.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
Out to Morris. And the pass to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Beverley for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Howard's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Leonard with the steal. Out to the right wing. Beverley wide open. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Beverley's got 7.
You really have to love seeing Beverley be aggressive on offense. I mean, when he's looking for his jumper, it makes his team all the more dangerous.
Leonard with the steal. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in scoring, and he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Over to the left wing. Here's Zubac. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock at 6. Releases from 15. Misses off the left iron.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that. And he's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Pass to Morris. Kicks to George. The Lakers with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Howard, good. Howard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And the Clippers call time here.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard, as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
So for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Marcus Morris. Leonard finds George. over Green. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injury.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
Lakers leading by 9. And here's Rondo. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Green. Shot clock at 5. Rondo dishes to Davis. Over Jackson. That one off the back iron and out. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Leonard, no luck.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
When he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Now, here is George. He's got 9. Over Green. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Rondo finds Davis. Outside for Rondo. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Harrell's got his 4th rebound in this one. He was all alone on that one. George has got 12 in the game.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
For the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Leonard. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Green. And it's Waiters in for Rajon Rondo.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Clippers shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Jackson looking around. Green kicks to Williams. Teardrop shot. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
He's one of the top guys when it comes to those catch-and-shoot jumpers. Kuzma, he loves getting those shots off in a split second.
Pass to Green. Outside Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Williams has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Waiters. To the paint. He's looking for Caldwell Pope and finds him. Williams with the defensive effort. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game. And they need to avoid that.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the first one drops for a
Coming out of high school, Kuzma was a very raw player, but his development was fast and furious at the college level, and he continued to get better once he entered the NBA.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Green. The Lakers also with a sub. James is checked in. And both free throws good for Kuzma. The Clippers shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Jackson kicks to Williams. Here's Harrell. Got it. Good job in the low post. Harrell's got his second basket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Jackson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And stolen by James. From deep. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Lakers lead by 12. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for the Lakers right now, they've got Dion Waiters. Kyle Kuzma is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's James in at the three, the small forward.
Yeah, McGee, he's made an awful lot of stops along the way in his NBA career, but he's been a productive player on just about every team he's played for.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Both free throws good from McGee.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Clippers shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. There's the pass to Zubac. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Lakers leading by 11. LeBron outside. Inside. And stolen by Harrell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now Harrell. Pass to Zubac. Now here's Shamet. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Harrell. McGee with the block.
And when we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, I mean, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point range, and the Clippers miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
No, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Now, here's Kuzma. James outside. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now here's LeBron. Waiters passes to Kuzma. Over Morris. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
I got yours.
Williams looking around. That 3 off the mark. Lakers leading by 9. Right side, Rondo. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? But he's made it clear, once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Paul George is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. The Lakers also making some changes. Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Waiters. And so Rondo hits both free throws. Clippers with the ball. Now here's Beverley. Outside, George. Three-pointer. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Count that one. And the Lakers lead by 13.
There's a nuance to the passing skill of Rondo. He just is able to whip that ball around to the open man.
Bounce pass from Beverley. Here's Leonard. Great D that time from LeBron.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now here is McGee. Passes to Davis. Puts it up from 15. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Rondo against Beverley.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, not the best.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Paul George. Lakers leading by 11. James left. And he banks in the layup. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Now here's LeBron. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. James, the pass to Davis. Doesn't go that time. Big D that time from Leonard. Here's Beverly. The Lakers with the rebound. LeBron's got his 6th rebound on the night. Rondo against George. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
Beverly against Davis. Pass to Zubats. McGee with the block. Here's Rondo. LeBron James on the wing. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Beverly. And James pulls it down. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. He kicks it to Rondo. Green against George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his 1st foul of the game. And the Lakers call time here.
Timeout.
Here we go now.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
A specialty of McGee's. I mean, he's a high-activity guy who's opportunistic on the offensive glass.
To end the cold streak, that's good on the jump shot. George has got 9 points here in the 2nd half.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
Back to LeBron. Beverly against Rondo. 4 on the shot clock. Davis. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Lakers.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And it'll go down as their 1st official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that 1st win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Davis.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And stolen by Kuzma.
Watch Kuzma.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the 4th, and he converts the layup.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Now, here's Patterson. $5 on the clock. That shot, no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Count it, good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
And here's Jackson. Here's Zubats. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, Ivica Zubats. Taking 2 shots.
On the first.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. And so the Lakers take the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.